What is up? I'm your host, Gabby, and welcome to the Shit My Roommate Says podcast. Come vibe with my guests and I as we share our stories and open up about the taboo topics that roam around in most people's minds. All right, welcome to the Shit My Roommate Says podcast. We're going to just dive right in. It's been a wonderful intro so far, a roller coaster to say the least, to the start of this year. But nonetheless, it's been a really fun start. And what better way to kick off, the first episode of the year for the podcast. Basically, also, I guess, our anniversary episode, because we hit, that it was a year already, and you were my first guest because, of course, I feel like, again, going back to referencing that episode,
I'm lucky.
Yes, and I feel like we made the podcast together in the Queendom. So what not better to have you be my first one again for 2022.
Oh, I appreciate it.
Yes. Well, for those who aren't familiar with this queen that is next to me, let's give it up for Emily. She is back in the flesh. She's been living the best fucking life ever, being her own motherfucking boss.
Thank you. That's an intro.
That is manifest right there.
Manifest. Thank you. Thank you.
So
I'm just the boss of me and my dog. That's it. That's another boss of anything else.
We will be able to bring her into it.
Maybe 1604 traffic when my horn is loud. That's when I'm the boss.
They'll hear you. They will hear you. No, let's just dive in. Let's talk about, last time you were on the show, it was the first episode. It was January. It was January of 2021.
God, you're good with your dates.
I have like a familiar timeline that I'm able to kind of reference. So it's one of those things of kind of like, I know you were here and then so on and so forth.
Okay.
So
January.
Yes, I know you were January.
I know I had boba. I had just gotten boba because Jordan had moved back. Jordan had come back and we were hooked on boba.
Yes. And she even was able to come onto the show later in the year. Yes, but no. So I want to be able to talk. Let's see here. So let's do a recap of 2021 for sure. So
you got a better memory. You go off of your milestones and then I'll go from there because I can't.
Okay. So, I mean, with my milestones for the year, it was, first episode, launched the podcast. Snowvid was a big one.
It was a big one. I don't like that part though, that has to be the only big part of the start of the year. It's not the only big part, but it's a big part of the start of the year.
I don't think that it was just the only, I don't think it was the only thing that, was vital to the beginning of the year.
Yeah.
However, it was definitely impactful enough to still have lingering feelings. Like,
it hurt. It still hurt.
That hurt, man. We just went through it. We're recording, what's today? The 18th of February. So we're recording today. And I think this literally, yes, it was, because you know what? I'm looking in my Facebook memories and I'm seeing all of the posts. So this was Snowvid last year.
Wow.
Yeah, that was some shit.
Right? We're lucky that we're not. I mean, we thought we were gonna freeze again, but we didn't shut down. We didn't shut down. So we just have to hope again.
We really learned.
Did we though?
CPS got their shit together because shit was real. Okay. One does not simply live without motherfucking heat.
It's hard.
Okay, it's hard.
It's hard. I didn't have my baby then though. I didn't have her. I got her after Snowvid.
I had Bad Girl Jewelry, and that was already,
I can't imagine,
a struggle in its own, because it was trying to get her not phased by the fact that it was cold.
Yeah.
So we would play like games with it. We would go literally, I would literally just warm up the back of my car.
Yeah.
And I would lay the seats down. So we would just sit in the trunk and
she's still so little. She can kind of jump around
yeah,
in there.
so we would put the blankets down for her. And, at that time, my neighbor had hurt himself. So I had
That
his
was scary.
dog. Yeah, that was a whole thing in its own. But I had his dog. I had, Leo. And then, I had Bad Girl Jewelry, me, Chef, and we would take turns.
Yeah.
And keep warm in there. Like, because then at that moment, the electricity would kind of like go in and out for a few hours. So
On
it's
and
like,
off is
hurry
what
up,
people
charge
are
up the
saying.
phones, tell everybody, hey, I'm still good over here.
And you're in the car. So you have time to set up all the devices.
No, luckily. That is the one thing I do have to say about Jake Ryan is that for those who don't know, Jake Ryan is my car. He does have a first and a last name, and he's just beautiful. He's like my dream car, whatever. Irrelevant. Carrying on.
Who doesn't name their cars?
Right?
If you don't name your car, you're lame.
Guys,
Tahoe.
y'all need
Leave them
to
alone. Go
really
back.
chill. We invited y'all to this chill vent sesh, and y'all
got
make
an
you
onion
fools
ring.
of yourselves.
We got a little
We
onion
have
ring.
our fur babies with us.
The start of my year was the birth of my baby.
See, okay, there
So
you
I'm
go.
+1 in the new year after the freeze. After the freeze, though, I got her right after the freeze.
That's right. That's right. That's right. That's when.
So my new year's like just from March on, and then her.
See, that's when I feel like I try to get everything
Adoption
kind.
anniversary, maybe. I gotta look it up. I
Yeah,
don't remember.
I already know you're planning a quinceanera.
I'm trying, but her budget, she don't understand. What do they say? Champagne budget or champagne hopes on a beer budget? I don't know. That's my dog.
No, it's definitely.
There will be an ice sculpture though. Bet.
Of what?
What kind of quince would it be if it didn't have something of me in there too as her mother?
I don't see.
Should it be?
I don't see an ice sculpture more than I would see like 6 really built men like
Carrying
y'all in.
Oh, both of us.
Like, both of y'all. No, it's not just gonna be y'all. It would be both of y'all. Because y'all would be like, I can see the leaves going and everything.
That is extra. That is how you are too extra. Have you met you? Have you met you?
Yes, I
Have you met you?
Yes.
Think about when Bad Girl Jewelry has a quince. You better get ready.
No,
better get
I
ready.
am just saving to get that girl a car. I'm not even gonna. I'm gonna give her the option. Like my family
whipping
gave
her on a
me.
Barbie Jeep yet? How's her parallel parking?
So she's not whipping that around. She doesn't even have a Jeep, girl.
Okay.
Guess what? Her fairy godmother got her.
What?
The princess carriage.
Oh, that's right. That's right. Is it ready?
It's in the shop,
Did she run into something?
No.
Oh
Okay,
God.
So you know what is funny? She makes it work off hopes and dreams. Right?
The bubbles? Did you run off the bubbles?
In the garage. I see her in the garage, man. She'll like, okay, I was
manifesting.
She's living the best life for 2022.
Yeah, she should be. She's a child.
Okay,
hopes and dreams and puppy dogs and hummingbirds.
Show it this way. Show it this way. I was organizing the garage the other day to put in my treadmill because my fat ass needed a motherfucking treadmill.
She's gonna be on it though.
Yeah, I'm gonna
be put Tahoe on it.
No,
I'm gonna try.
Bad Girl Jewelry's already trying to get on it.
Good.
I was like, you know what? Better you than me. It's all those Uncrustables you eat, girl. All them nuggets. Work that shit off, okay? You know what? I should put her on that every night before bed in hopes that it runs out her energy.
Burn it out. I want to put Tahoe on it.
I don't see that you're done yet. Oh, you still got a few rounds to go. Let's
5 more minutes.
Let's see.
5 more minutes.
We'll give you 5-minute intervals.
She's like, I'm fast. I love it.
But
we were funny.
Oh my gosh. See, talking shit about your kid, karma comes back almost instantly. But it's funny to talk about the
instant karma.
So we were cleaning out the garage though, and this thing does not work. It does not work.
Oh man.
And she knows this, like I'm just too lazy to figure out what type of battery goes in it. And I tell her, I'm like, baby, it doesn't work. Leave it alone. No, she pushes her. She is fucking determined. She pushed her way through the through everything that was on top of it. She opened from one door, like slinkied her way, like Shawshank Redemption, man, like went through the tunnel, to get to the other side. And then
She's
I'm
determined.
like, wait, where's Jillian? And then there she is trying to like fucking Flintstone the thing.
She's
I'm
like, this thing got a clutch.
she's like, Parker, where my NOS? Where is it at? Like,
How do I hit my switches? Oh, the baby. She's so smart. She's so smart. That's what it is.
bless her heart.
When people say my kid is smart, that kid is smart. She is. She's very smart. And if
She
she's
is,
running off
though.
of her hopes and dreams in the Barbie carriage,
I'm gonna have to get that fixed for her
You need
because
to.
before she outgrows that princess stage, I want to see her face light
why
up.
is
And then I
Tahoe
wanna
called
see her-
dibs?
I honestly just want to see her run into something because I know that little girl.
Yeah.
I'm
You're gonna run into a hole and it's gonna
Yes.
tip over. Poor
no
baby.
hand-eye coordination. That thing is
Me
gonna just
either.
go. But I would love to like soup it up so that way I could just kind of go like.
No, it will. Those things do. Those things
I don't think she can handle it. I think she's pretty good as a very
if she gets good enough,
advanced
she could
child.
drive Tahoe into her quince if she gets good enough. But
There-
she needs to
There you go. There's stands in
cough
place
it out.
for it.
Cough it out.
Ew, girl, don't cough it out.
Hairball.
There's nowhere to spew. Ew.
Hairball. You know, she's probably eating your hair. Quit eating Gabby's hair.
I'm like, that could be true.
It's everywhere.
It is.
Mine too.
But okay, so sorry.
Go
We're
to
like
bed.
totally sagging.
Go to bed.
So, okay, so damn it. I don't even know.
Snowvid. You were talking about
Yeah, so
Snowvid at the
Snowvid.
start of the year. I said Tahoe's the start of my year.
But no,
Jilly still does not have a cabin or a carriage
we
running.
still have not. No, I think she honestly got that at 2. She's gonna be 5 this year. I need to hurry the fuck up. I need to. This is just
5 is like the last year you can have a Barbie carriage for sure. That's the year so far.
Last year was her princess birthday, so I got to make something happen.
She is a princess. You're making that happen.
So then right after circling back, right after Snowvid, of course, you got Tahoe. I got engaged. So that
happened.
And
we're both.
don't worry, we're gonna get there. So from there, I really fell into depression.
I get it. Who wouldn't? Yeah.
But I think you saw it all. You were there for it. And, then my job, everything happened with the job, and then I had to move. That was like summertime. It was just really like the end of 2021, in all honesty, like just paraphrasing the 2021 in its entirety was just really like a fucking lesson learned.
Okay.
In my opinion.
Okay.
A
lot of lessons always being learned. Yeah. And the universe just keeps on giving them.
There is a part in Grey's Anatomy. It's like one of the like earlier seasons where there's this patient, and she's like, come on, like, because something always bad was always happening to her. And in all honesty, I feel that bitch right now.
From 2021 or 2022?
2021.
That's your okay.
2021. No. We will definitely go into 2022. But
yeah, I was like, we're on the new year.
2021 definitely was the like, come on of the year. It was just one thing after another kept happening. Fast forward,
See that.
Fast forward. It's New Year's. And yeah, different things happened. We had a different change of scenery, of life, of all of it.
Y'all did, yeah. My
Yeah.
shit's still, excuse my stuff's pretty much the same, except I got a +1 dog.
Yeah.
A little bit more structured, a little bit more homebody, but still working. You have been still working too, though.
I have been, I did
Even when you
kind of,
weren't, you still were.
I
You
went through
hustle.
a few, I went through a few jobs, I definitely learned wherever I went was definitely a lesson learned and experience gained for
Your
sure.
field is such a high turnover field.
It really, really is. Well, I mean, that's the other good part of this year is that I actually left the apartment industry. I left property management. I just didn't really feel like it was something I wanted to do anymore. I was really losing my passion with it all. And it just really got me at the end of the day. Like
So it makes more sense, excuse me, why you were running into the new year depressed.
yeah, like there was a lot personally, I guess, too, which leads me. So I ended my engagement. So today is the 18th. I should have been getting married tomorrow.
Would have been tomorrow.
What would have been tomorrow?
Let me get Tommy's bed real quick.
No, you're good. It was hard. But I knew it was a decision that needed to happen.
Good.
Over the course of last year, I started feeling different ways about things, but I don't know how to explain it. There was no cheating, there was no abuse or anything towards that sort. It was literally just, I was unhappy. I was so unhappy. And it was just different things, we were together for 4 years and I just felt like we were outgrowing each other. Like I felt like we were in love with each other, but at a specific time of each other in a way. Like
it's a hell of a way to start a year. To kick it off with a broken engagement is not easy for anyone.
No, it's not. And it's hard because of course he's helped me raise Bad Girl Jewelry since she was a month old. So
it's a different world.
It is. And and we are trying to work out a really nice dynamic for her. I know it's tough, dude. It's tough for me. It's tough for him. I know it's tough. It's something I've never dealt with before, but we're working through it as much as we can. But yeah, it's a lot. I just knew I didn't.
It's just a different leap of faith.
Yeah, how do I explain it? Like, I love you, but I love me more. And that's really at the end of the day, all that it is. And I know,
shouldn't we all?
I know that there's times where I feel like I want to go back because of course he's what's familiar and we have that history with each other, but at the same time I know it's probably not what's best.
Everyone makes mistakes. No one has this whole I would say no one has this whole thing figured out in life.
I was gonna say nothing. You never know, like what's gonna happen. You never know what's planned. I would hope that eventually, like I guess the mystic person of part of me would like to say, like hopefully maybe one day, because I do feel very strongly for him. But
and maybe he feels that way too, right? Only time can tell.
I feel 2022 though is honestly, it was my year to be selfish in a way.
I'm always selfish.
Okay.
Welcome to the club.
Before Bad Girl Jewelry, I was confidently selfish. Now, yeah, it takes a little bit more of me to be selfish for myself, but
she would want that for you.
I mean, I get it. She wants me to live my best life the same way I would want her to live hers.
Yeah.
But 2022 for me was the year that I knew I needed to just work on myself. I wanted to get better.
Ain't that the truth? Everybody should be trying to do that every year, though, all the time.
Yes.
Just try to be better than the day before. Just try to be better than you've been.
Well, in 2021, I sought out therapy. Like I
That's
went
great though.
into therapy because I could feel myself like at rock bottom. Everything was just getting so dark and hazy. And
I've been there a
you
few
know,
times.
you being my best friend, I've been able to say like, hey, I'm not good right now. But there was a
That's
lot of
brave.
moments where I was that high functioning depressive person and nobody could tell. Nobody
Mm-hmm.
could tell that I was
Mm-hmm.
just in a dark spot. And I think that to me really, really, really was the icing on the cake for me, which was what threw me into the mindset of knowing I needed to change things.
Got it. Got it.
I knew at that moment, it's like, y'all don't know me at all. And I'm losing sight of me also. So something has to change here.
There's a hard difference between like that type of being lost feeling.
Mm-hmm. It's it's what I guess made last year very much my learning year. Like you
Okay,
win some,
okay.
you lose some, but you definitely lost a lot more last year, in my opinion.
Who
In my
didn't?
opinion.
Gosh, yeah, yeah. But you're not alone in that. Nobody is.
But
Everybody has, you have to have some downs in order to have some ups.
yeah, no, because there's only one way to go over there. And I guess that's
Right.
a very positive way of seeing it.
Only up. That's the best part of rock bottom.
Don't we know?
Yeah.
But no, and and that's where when everything kind of happened this year, going into the beginning of this year, that chef and I ended things, and I like to really kind of see it as the universe really shifted. Like,
Okay, okay.
I feel really strongly that there is, I guess, like positive juju like that in the world. Like things do happen, like
The universe
the
is at
universe.
play,
Yeah,
but
universe
I
is
don't
at
know if
play, I
it's so
guess.
much always like karmic or stuff. Like sometimes I see stuff in front of me and I think that's karma. And then sometimes I'm like, fuck, that's not karma. Like that's bad or certain stuff. Like I don't know.
Possibly, but
I don't know. I
when
just want to be on the good side of whatever the universe is
oh,
trying
of
to do.
course,
Try to be on a
definitely,
good path.
definitely. No, and when everything was happening that I was making these decisions, it really was like one door would close and then this like huge door would open, and I'm like,
Okay.
the universe was just really working in my favor, and so much has gone really well and very
Good.
positive for me, and
Good.
I'm really happy for it. I
You should be. Everyone should be.
I don't know how to explain it, but
If
whew.
you feel a shift in the right way, God bless. Cover it. Cover your mouth.
Ever, not even.
Cover your mouth. That's still going on since last year.
I did cover my mouth.
You did. I appreciate it. Thank goodness we're both
Yeah.
vaccinated.
Yes, facts and facts.
I'm gonna keep getting tested though.
Yeah. Okay, I feel like it's only smart, but I can't tell people how to live their lives.
No, we sure can't. Just do it. No, Tahoe, I tell everyone my dog is anti-mask. She can't get vaccinated. What am I supposed to do?
It's really hard, like
Trying to protect my baby.
I
The fur babies.
even with Jill, I actually started carrying like a little backpack with her.
Good, good, good,
And
good.
all of the safety stuff in there, wipes, extra set of clothes.
Safety first.
But then I started getting like little toilet seat covers.
I saw those on Amazon.
Yes.
I saved them. I was like,
got those for her.
yes, please.
I even use those. I mean, they fit my ass too.
Good, good.
Right? But
She wants you to share.
she's not sharing is caring, mama.
Julie's like, share with me the other night when she had ice cream. She said, share with me, mama. It's like, you don't need ice cream. I don't want to share.
I'm like, I don't have to. Why? Because I said so. Ultimate mom line ever.
Yeah.
And I get to use it, and it's great. And
I tell that to Tahoe all the time.
She's still got 14 years.
Yeah, she's growing so fast.
Ugh,
She really is.
I
Okay,
really,
though. Okay.
I really, she gets me. She's very trying at times. I don't know how to
You know
explain
that
how
that's her
much.
limit. And damn, she knows she's cute. She
I
knows it. Rightfully so.
I don't know how to explain her because there are moments where I will thoroughly enjoy, and this is gonna make me sound horrible. I will thoroughly enjoy being around my child. But then there are moments
Yeah,
I'm like,
she's
go
cool.
the fuck to your grandma's. Like, just go
No,
somewhere
she was being
else.
so mean to Tahoe the other night.
She is
But
like,
sometimes I get it. I get it. So I'm like, gosh, she's in a grumpy mood. But she knows when Tahoe's being grumpy too.
she just has this way of it's kind of like her way or no way. But
That's the truth.
I'm just like, okay, girl, we can't be thinking this way. We can't have this wave of thought.
She's like, I can do whatever I want.
Girl,
That's her
you
in a
should see
nutshell.
her just trying to get her to clean her room. I can't explain it better
She's
than
a
that.
kid.
That
I
is
used to hate
exactly
it.
what
I'd be like,
everyone says, and I'm just like, okay,
I'm gonna
were
clean
we
it just
not
to
held
mess
to
it
a
up
different
again.
standard as kids? I was like,
No,
have
I
we
was
become
definitely
just
made to clean my room, but it's just bullshit.
yes?
You're just
I'm
gonna dirty it up again. I need organized chaos. I know where everything's at. It's just there.
I'm like that though. I am definitely the queen of organized chaos. However,
That's how it operates. Only in
however,
home life. But yeah, you gotta make sure to have food in there and stuff.
exactly.
I don't know. My
This
cousin,
girl is sneaky.
they clean their room. Like, and then if my cousin cleans it, she's in there all day.
Oh God.
All day.
Oh, I could just imagine.
I could ask her. Yeah.
I've even talked to her several times, and I've even said that I want her on the show. Apparently,
She's
one
so
day.
crazy. She's so crazy. She's way cooler than I am.
I
Way
think,
cooler than I am.
You know, over the time
She could be her own podcast though. Trust. She's nuts.
I have always told her in the conversations that I've had with her that I would love to do a segment or something with her in general because
get her
of the
to do
personality that she has.
She's
So I could
funny.
just imagine how it would be. Plus, any family member that I've met from your side so far is definitely entertaining to say the least.
Oh,
Everybody is
right?
a character for sure.
Thank you.
That's one thing I love
They
about
are.
your family. It's like I
They
can
are.
never get bored. I can sit in the corner in a chair and it's just like, yeah,
Sarcasm.
and then they feed me. I'm like,
God.
yeah. What's up, fam?
Yeah, we take food very serious. Very, very serious.
I feel like that's how my family like adopted you too, though. Like we
They
related
feed me
with
too.
family.
Yeah. That's family's still in this new year. You're right. They're definitely in it. Thank goodness, nothing crazy.
There's so much going on with this year that I'm ready to just really kind of put on my vision board, really kind of manifest. And
Jill's like, I don't need to clean my room. This is my vision board, Mom. My whole room is my vision board.
I'm just like, no. I even told her, I was like, I'm gonna throw some of your toys away. Okay. I'm like,
he's
like, this girl.
Yeah. No,
nobody understands. Like,
I get it.
I was like, I just want to like go, you know, now that I have the ability to go to the roof, just set her out there one day. Just, of course,
so bad.
You know, on a little leash or something.
Strap her up like she's one of the rock climbers gear.
Exactly.
Bunch of carrot beaners. No, keep your kid off the roof.
Like, learn your lesson. Think about your choices.
Keep your kid off the roof.
No,
This is a joke.
No, I would never do that to her. But no, hopefully in 2022 she learns to get a better attitude. Just saying.
Tahoe needs to get a better attitude too.
I'm taking this year as a way to grow.
Every year.
I want to do this year. All I want to do this year is grow. And I cannot tell you, it's the one. Okay.
Everyone better be growing. Everyone.
I hope
I want
so.
my plants to grow.
I hope so. Oh,
I don't want my dog to grow
I
anymore.
used to have such a green thumb.
You do.
And I don't know, maybe it's just this really inconsistent fucking weather, but
It is inconsistent.
my
It's
shit
still
is
inconsistent. It's
not.
cold. It shouldn't be this cold in
Yes,
Texas.
it should not be this cold, people.
I don't
It
think
is
y'all
just-
understand.
I don't know how to explain it better.
You do
than
have a green
we're
thumb,
in
though.
Texas.
Yeah, you do still have a green thumb.
It's just, oh, they're dying, and it's not on me. I can't help them. God bless. No.
I'm doing the best I can. I'm tired of throwing money at plants, but you get a lot of yours for free. So it's helpful, but you're doing good. They're still
Oh,
alive.
thank
She's just
you.
dogging herself out. They're still pretty good.
Shit happens. But no, I want to utilize this year. I want to be able to get better with things. My thing first was getting out of my own head to do a podcast episode.
Whole year later, you're doing how many now? How many total?
I did a lot. So what I was doing at the beginning of last year was that I had like pre-recorded.
Okay.
I was doing it in more of a
different format.
A different format, really. Yeah.
Okay.
It was more interviewee. And while I enjoyed interviewing people, it wasn't something that I thoroughly enjoyed. Like, I love having more of this conversation type approach and feel and vibe as opposed to interviewing you.
Okay.
Because it's, I guess to me, it's
just a different niche.
Yeah, it's more of like a friend base in a way, like it's just hanging out, shooting the shit. It's not feeling so like on the spot about things. And I suffer from like horrible anxiety.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
I know a lot of
Everyone.
people.
I do
I had to stop a few episodes during
Got
recording because
it.
people got anxiety, so it's one of
like
those
trigger
things.
warnings.
Yeah, it's not easy being in front of the camera. Hell, I get shy. And I was in theater for many years, and then even into college, did theater and radio, TV, and film and stuff. Like, I still get a little weary in front of the camera here and there.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Everyone would.
Yeah,
Okay.
I mean, it's natural, but it's one of those things that I know I wanted to get better with, and
you're working through it during
Yeah,
your during your podcasting.
I was doing, I had pre-recorded everything. So I was doing, I think I was doing like 2 episodes a week.
Okay.
But what ended up happening is that had I just done like 1 episode a week, I would have been able to air more weekly. But because of the fact that I had aired so much very back to back, I ran through all of the pre-recorded content.
Then there was the anxiety with just getting back on. Okay, that's fair.
And so, while I did my smaller kind of check-ins, I call them, it was just more so like I didn't want to lose sight of what I really wanted to do. It was just I'm not really all here right now, and I could totally feel that I wasn't all there.
But was that during the breakup, you think? Like, was that just like part of that whole process in the podcasting? Or you don't necessarily know the timeline scenarios?
The timeline, like when I became unhappy, or like
I would say within like knowing that stuff was starting to affect your time with your podcast.
So
and your goal schedules that you set for yourself there.
I could feel it. I could really feel it towards my 30th birthday, where I just wasn't recording. And then of course in June, when I lost my job, and all of that happened, there was just so much switch and so much change. We, especially with like our living conditions, we stayed with family for a little bit until we were able to kind of get on our feet.
That's right.
Prior to moving here. And so it was just one of those things, honestly, like there was so many factors into me making my decision. I felt like there wasn't space for me wherever we went, but he made sure to put, I guess, his stuff and make himself comfortable first. Which I
Oh,
get it, as a guy, you don't have a lot. You don't have a lot, I guess to to claim as yours to begin with.
yeah,
So
yeah.
I get that he was trying to make his own space. However, it made me feel some a type of way, because once we moved into this house, it was like I didn't know where I fit that had his seal of approval.
Mm.
So it was very just, I don't know how to explain it too much. I don't want to bash him. Like, I honestly love the guy.
Think
It's
that's what
just
you're doing.
it's it was just a lot. There was just no an abundance of things. I always, my biggest thing is effort. It's putting the
That's huge.
effort in. And I
Sorry.
I knew that I was working to become a better person, and all I wanted in turn was a better man. Just, you don't have to be the greatest, just be a better version of you at all times,
Yeah,
That's how I personally feel about everything. And
that still says a lot, I think.
when you hold a lot of things in, and you're able to people are able to read them, it makes people feel specific.
Oh,
It
yeah.
makes things happen. And that's pretty much how the rest of everything ran its course. It was just so, there was just so much that had already happened, that had already taken place, that I felt there was nowhere to express.
Yeah.
I fell in love with this man, but I felt like I outgrew that love when it was no longer, and I know it'll sound selfish eventually, but it was no longer serving a good purpose.
That's fair.
So I knew that I needed to change that.
Your
And
perspective of things was not in the path you wanted.
no,
Oop.
and I only ever want to do better. No, you're cool. It's so figured. I only ever want to do better. I only ever want to set a better example, or do better than what I've done before. There, everybody's. I would
We should all
assume,
strive to
yeah,
do
we should
better and do
all strive to
better.
progress and grow from what we've learned.
And it is hard to look at someone else's and think we don't always know how they're doing to be better. Like that's something that's hard to measure. So it's hard for you to look at what him becoming better was or wasn't in your
Yeah,
perspective.
and at
It's
the end
not
of the
easy
day,
on
I knew it
anyone
wasn't an easy task to
to
dish
judge and
out.
say like, hey, you're better, still
Exactly,
not good enough
exactly,
or
exactly.
whatever.
And I don't judge him for any of it, but I just knew I wanted different. And when I chose to leave, it was heartbreaking. Like, nonetheless, it is a breakup. I have feelings, but at the end of the day, you make the right decision. And
Leaving isn't easy for anyone.
no, it's
Anyone
not
involved.
easy. I mean, we were together again 4 years, so
Mhm.
it is a lot, but I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. It's a true, true affirmation of, like, love yourself, and the rest will
The
just
rest are gonna
fall.
have to fall in line somehow.
Yeah,
Some people aren't gonna make
exactly.
the cut. And they can make the cut in different ways. So y'all are kind to still be trying to work to be friends and trying to continue to have
One can
relationship
only
amongst
hope,
like jewelry and
Yes, one can only hope. I'm trying to be positive about the whole entire thing, because I genuinely would like to stay his friend. You don't just have that type of history with somebody, and I'm sorry, but I've never been one for small talk, so I'm not just going to sit there and have a fake ass conversation with you. You know what I mean?
Right.
I just there should be a time and place where we can put things aside and be okay with each other. I guess
That's
is
what
my
y'all are
thing.
working on, right?
Mhm,
Between him and you.
mhm.
That's
I would hope
good.
so.
That's good.
I just, I hope that we are able to grow together and build a really nice co-parenting relationship because of the fact that he did raise bad girl Jory.
Super brave, to give it a try. And she's young enough. She's young enough to make a lot of good memories. So,
So, I mean, it is something I'm trying for, of course, but I take it day by day. I can't say what's going to happen tomorrow, next week, a month from now. So,
everything.
we always, just play it to the best of our abilities, but I feel so much happening this year. And what
You are manifesting.
I'm trying over here. The Lord's testing me though
Do you really
sometimes.
do a vision board though? Is that you really do it? I hear about this all the time, but I wonder, do people really do it, or are they just talking about like Pinterest?
So, okay, I've heard of people's
Like,
vision boards. So I know mentally what I want on my board, but my board is actually right there. So,
oh, well, that's the stuff with the lake and Julie.
uh-huh.
Oh, okay.
So she, it's right now it's to these are both, I guess, adventures
So
and
cute.
our friend adventures. So I
Nice.
have to include some travel into my vision.
Yeah.
I need travel.
Okay, that's fair. I just think of it and it's gonna happen. It's gotta happen. It's
Oh
gotta
yeah.
happen. It's gotta happen.
Oh yeah. No, I need to spoil myself a little bit this year. If that is one thing that I
Okay,
took from those therapy sessions, it was that you
good.
can't run yourself on E. I was running on fumes and they were like, well, how do you expect
I
to
think I
feel?
might be on fumes now.
They would okay, we will wrap up.
No, no, no. I'm not rushing. I'm just meaning like the vision board stuff is still. I get it. I'm glad you really do it. I never really
I
see.
want to do it, yeah.
So,
But I know mine's not done much or anything, but
you're
that
getting
is
it.
something that I do
You have
want
a
to do.
designated space. It's more than I
It
got.
is gonna actually go like right there.
Nice.
Yeah, like this. I love the fact that I was able to make the studio finally, and
Right.
I changed up the theme a little bit, but I love it.
It's cute.
Like I love what I was able to do in here.
You're growing a lot.
Yes,
There's
definitely.
even stuff over there.
This is.
Yeah.
I wanted to definitely announce it to you now. I call this the Queendom 2.0.
Cool. Cool.
Yes, yes.
I'm glad
This
to be
is
a part of
definitely
it.
yes because I mean it's only fitting to have the Queendom now because I have Jilly too. So I'm just like, yeah, it's fitting. But there's
Very
going to be
cool.
so much happening this year. I even am trying to get right and get tight again with my health and my fitness. There's no
Get it right. Get
excuses.
it tight.
Exactly. I gotta, get it in motion, coming in fast.
I know. And those, yeah. Look, Tahoe got excited.
Ooh, y'all gotta
Tahoe
behave.
needs to learn to read the room.
She's got something to
Get
say.
off. Quit being a
She's like,
snitch.
she's trying. Oh,
She's
look
gonna.
at her.
She's just
Mm.
rude. She's like trying to tell on Leo.
I
Like,
know she
did you
is.
hear him? You hear
Are
him?
you sure you're a doggy? Because you're looking like a major rata right now.
She is. She is. Come in my sweet angel face. Go to
No,
bed.
but I see a lot of positives happening.
Leo.
I see a lot of great things coming up to the
Tahoe,
show.
come.
I look forward to having different guests on. I want to be able to talk about different topics. I'm really super fucking interested in using the studio more. For
Yeah, that's gonna be the
sure.
best part for you.
Yeah, that was the thing I was most excited about
It's
when
very
I did the
nice.
show. When I did this office was that I wanted to be able to make my studio. I wanted to
It's
be able to have
nice.
my
I like it.
personal space. So I'm excited about all of it.
It's
I was
pretty.
excited to have you on.
Thank you. I'm excited to be on again. Thank
Oh,
you.
you're coming on again. No, you act like you have a choice in that matter.
I gotta try more.
Yeah,
gotta
no,
try
this is gonna happen. I
gotta try
feel
more.
we just got to be able to, put her to sleep, and then we can definitely just come in here and start recording.
Tahoe needs to be put to. It's like she needs to be put to make herself take a nap, not put to sleep. But she needs to be able to take a nap.
Well, we can make things happen.
She's been the one chomping here the whole time. Your footage is going to be a whole bunch of her like just chewing at the toy. I can hear her.
I can't wait.
This
It's
thing's
okay.
gonna
She
pick
can
her up.
always be a guest cameo appearance, a guest
She's
feature on the
crazy.
album.
She's crazy.
It's one of those like, who gave her the mic?
She's like, lick it. She would just lick the mic. She's a nasty girl.
Bad.
She is.
All right, we're gonna wrap this up.
That's a good run though. Is that how much time you wanted to try to do? I can still.
Girl, no, this is cool.
Okay.
We're cool. We're good.
Got more than enough.
I am like perfectly fine. I have no, with me, it's conversations, it flows. I have no limits.
You don't go for a specific time that you
just
try
like to have
for.
a good time, yeah.
So when you post them, they're all different times, or you try to post only a certain. So whatever it runs, you post that whole time.
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, okay.
So clearly, as a supporter, you just don't listen to my shows.
I'm sorry, I haven't.
I'm just kidding. I give you a hard time.
I have not. I listened to mine, and I was like, she's gonna ride out from here. She's busy. She's doing it, and I just take your word for it.
I got you.
I
But
do.
yes, I've done short episodes. I've done long episodes.
I'm surprised. I thought people had to stick to like a specific like time limit each time.
I'm not big yet. I have goals though. It's on my vision board.
You're right. That vision board. But that's interesting because I would have thought like a specific time slot would have been like, okay, now I know.
Yeah. And if y'all are interested in wanting to come on, feel free to reach out. shitmyroommatesays.com.
There's a lot to talk about. Anyone can talk about anything.
Oh yeah. I love having conversations with people. I think the best thing about it is getting to know a different view, a different perspective, a different side of things. I have adopted this big way of thinking of there's not a right and a wrong anymore. There is so many times where you're right and I am right, and both of us are not wrong. We just see things differently. Yeah. And that is what I look forward to diving into with people.
I think it's a good idea. Everyone's got a lot to talk about. There's lots of things that anyone can talk about. So,
well, if you're interested in coming on, feel free to reach out. Y'all guys have a wonderful evening. Emily, it was wonderful having you on.
Thank you. Bye, guys.
Hey, if you enjoyed today's topic and guest, just stay tuned and subscribe.